Ahsoka Episode 7 is here, and guys, we are 1 week away from the finale. I can't believe it's coming to an end. This show has been one heck of a ride, but I've actually already heard some people putting down this episode, and I think they might not be seeing what was really happening. There was a lot more going on than meets the eye, so let's talk about it. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Jones Vibes. Right off the top, hit the like button if you're a Star Wars fan, and let's dive in. So I kind of just wanted to start off and give my basic review for Episode 7. Personally, I thought that this episode was an absolute banger. You know, you start off with freaking C-3PO, like Anthony Daniels. That was insane seeing him. And then we also were getting ties into the Mandoverse. There was a mention of Moff Gideon, and so we are now confirmed to be on the same timeline as Mando and Grogu. Definitely confirming that theory that Grogu could have been feeling Ahsoka's presence as he noticed the Purrgil. But the entire interaction of the Council, just that scene in general, I thought it was very well written, and again, just C-3PO, like that sent me over the edge. But then we moved forward and we get to see Hayden Christensen again as Anakin in a training recording that he left Ahsoka. She said that he left a lot of those lessons to her, and I really liked how Hugh Yang noticed how thoughtful and genuine Anakin Skywalker was in that moment. But we all pretty much knew that when Ahsoka and the Purrgil got out of hyperspace, they would probably just be at Peridia, just conveniently at the same planet as everybody else. I think it would be hilarious had they just gotten out of it and just ended up in a completely different galaxy. Just like, wait, what's up? Where are we? But they get out of it, and I just feel like the back half of this episode did a ton to set up the finale. Like, there was a lot of action, but there was a lot of good stuff mixed in there. You know, we dive into this epic space chase scene, and then we get Sabine and Ezra and the Naughty being chased by Shin and Baylan. And what I found most interesting about this was Baylan deciding to split off to begin his journey towards this greater power. And what is it? What the hell is this greater power? People are theorizing so many different things. I feel like the internet's going crazy with this. I've seen so many different videos, and I know it might be a little bit overdone, and it probably is getting annoying, but I did see a theory that it could have something to do with like this eternal power, and also at the same time mixing that with the raising of Darth Maul from the dead. I don't know. Obviously, that's kind of crazy, but that just blew my mind. Like, having Darth Maul back in live action would be insane. His final scene in Rebels with him and Obi-Wan Kenobi is a beautiful send-off to the character, and so I could understand that having him return could kind of like retcon that or get in the way of that. So like, I get the frustrations with that, but still, it would just be kind of awesome. But back to the episode, basically our heroes reunite, and there's just this tension with Sabine, man. She didn't tell Ezra what she did, and Ahsoka doesn't end up bringing it up in the end. And so I feel like there's a lot that is left unsaid right there, and the air just needs to be cleared. I don't know, it just makes me uncomfortable watching this entire situation. To me, the entire interaction at the end with Sabine, Ezra, and Ahsoka, it felt way too happy. And I think that what might be happening is that this is an effort to trick us all into thinking that this is going to end happy. But newsflash, it's not going to. I think that we're going to see some pretty dark things in the finale. Honestly, we could lose somebody. Like, we could lose Sabine, we could lose Ezra. This is Star Wars, and so sometimes they play it safe, but I just can't see a happy ending for our heroes, especially if this is going to set up everything that's coming with the Mandoverse and the movie and Thrawn and all of that. And speaking of him, Thrawn clearly just isn't playing around. And I'm very curious what you guys thought about him in this episode. Personally, I thought that the visuals of him seemed even better this week than last week. Some of the close-ups just had me in awe. He's so menacing in the way that he uses the Night Sisters and Enoch. He's just already establishing his presence and his calculated stranglehold on everything. The cargo is almost done processing, like that's his plan. And once that's done, they can get back to the new galaxy or whatnot. I think that this cargo is just an undead army. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. And maybe not, but it definitely looks like he's going back to the main galaxy. And as for Ahsoka, I don't know. Do they chase after Shin? Do they follow her? And where is she going? Is she going to meet up with Thrawn, or is she going to try to find Baylan? And then where is Baylan going? We're going to have to see, and that's what I'm talking about with this not being as shallow as an episode as maybe people are saying that it is. There's a lot going on here. There was a lot of action, and so clearly the plot wasn't furthered in obvious ways, but the ending with Ahsoka just taking Sabine back, I feel like that has more meaning to it, and it's also clear that there is a lot more to find out about Ezra. There's a lot more about Peridia to find out. Also with Baylan wandering off to find this power. I just think that we're going to get introduced to whatever that is in this next episode. Whether it's the Zepho or something else, the implication as of now is that whatever it is, it could pose more of a threat than even Thrawn. And so maybe Thrawn escapes, but then does Ahsoka stay and try to stop this thing? I'm not sure. But yeah, the mixture of action and humor really just made this episode a good time. The droids especially, and seeing Ezra do all of this cool like force karate, and he stops the lightsaber at one point, and then also Baylan and Ahsoka fighting on that hill, having this epic lightsaber duel. This show just doesn't stop giving, and I can't believe that we only have one more episode left. It's crazy. But with all that being said, what are your thoughts and theories? What's gonna happen in the finale? Please let me know all of it down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Also, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. You can follow me on X at JonesVibesOnly. And don't forget to keep up the good vibes, guys. But there's only one more episode left of Ahsoka, and I am stoked. Duh. I don't know. That was a terrible pun. I'm sorry.